Good, sir. So today we were going to discuss the assigned topic, which is all about the human act. So what is human act? Human acts is that action that is considered to carried out voluntarily and which an individual can consciously decide whether or not carry out that act, which means that the person has engaged their will to embrace, as he shall explain in his text, an end or goal to be achieved, and subsequently chooses a way to realize that end. So meaning, ang human act is, ang kanang human act is kanang dili ra kay kanang silbing ikaw mo sa imuhang kaugalingon kahibaw na ka nga either good or bad na siya nga imong buhaton nga butang, like for example kanang nakakita kag kanang tao nga kanang sana need og help. So kuan man siya. So ang human act is voluntarily means, so ang pasabot ana is kanang dili ka need na og kanang permission to someone or others nga moingan pa ka nga buhatan ba ka haning nga tabangan ba ka haning kaning tawhana, dili kay kahibaw na ka sa imong kagalingan ana nga kanang nang kahibaw gud ka nga need ng tawhana og kanang tabang, so ikaw mismo sa imong kagalingan buhaton nimo na, and before nimo na sa siya buhaton kahibaw na ka sa consequence or result nga mahitabo ana. Kay ang human act mo dili ra kay kanang bad things imo hanggi buhat, kundi pwede ka good or bad anang duha nga pwede nimo buhaton. So I have an examples of kanang human act. So first we have, yes, katong helping someone in need. We have kindness, and we have giving someone compliments. So like for example kanang gi-compliments nimo ng tawhana, even sa imong kaugalingan, you have to compliment yourself. Kay dili ra kay ang uban ra imong i-compliments, you need to compliment yourself first. And we have participating in community surveys. So of course you have to participate voluntarily man na siya, and volunteering in activities. So kanang example na yung mga kanang mga activities nga ginabuhat sa kanang society or sa injuhang place. So pwede ka mobuhat ana basta kahibaw ka nga sakto ng butanga. And I think that's all the examples of human acts.
Act of man versus human act. According to Father Coppins, human acts are those of which an is a master, which is he has power of doing or not doing as he pleases, according to Panizo. Human acts are those acts which proceed from man as a rational being. Action committed by unconscious and insane person, infants, or by those who physically forced to do something are not considered as human act but act of man. Act of human is kanang bitong di na ka magpaingan sa laing tao, kanang ikaw na kusang ni volunteer sa mga community service or kanang another kanang bitong buhatonon, di wala na ka nagpaingan, wala ka nagsalig sa laing ubang tao bitaw, ikaw na jud mo sang kusang ning volunteer para mo kuan ka mo tabang, unlike sa act of man. Act of man refer to action that are intensive, automatic, or driven by natural impulses rather than conscious or intentional choices. Kanang ang act of man is kanang bitong murag choice pa nimo na buhaton ba na nimo or motabang ba ka kanang kanang bitong murag magpaingon pa bit kanang bitong mutay, for example kanang bitong tahay na kay classmates kanang nasizagi kanang bitong bugat na gida, pero kanang bitong imbis ka nakakita na ka na kanang na siya bugat na gida niya nakasira ang portahan kay bitong murag gapaingon pa kana, uy ablihi ko before nimo siyang buhaton, murag before nimo siyang kanang bitong ablihan. Unlike sa human act is if nakakita na ka na naibugat na gida imong classmates, ikaw na kusang mag-abli sa portahan, di na ka magpaingan deep sa kanang act of man, kanang bitong murag choice pa nimo kung tabangan nimo ba siya or di. kanang mo na naka-difference sa human act ug act of man. Ang human act is kanang voluntary, unya ang human act is voluntary, ang act of man is involuntary bitaw.
The determinants of the morality of human act. Here are the following aspects of the human acts which relate to the norm. First is the object of the act is the thing done. It is the act itself also. Second is the end or purpose. It is the intended by the grid is the second determinant of an act's morality. Third is its circumstances of time, place, and persons have their part in determining the morality of an individual act, including here the circumstances. Let's talk about the object of an act is the thing done. In reality, it is not distinct from the act itself. For we cannot act without doing something, and the something done is the object of an act. Examples are walking, talking, going, eating, and etc. Second is the end or purpose intended by the agent is the second determinant of an act of morality. The end here spoken of it is not the end of the work, for that pertains to the work object, but the end of the workman or agent. No matter how good the object of an act may be, if the end intended is bad. And the last is the circumstances. When we talk about circumstances of time, place, and persons about their part in their determining the morality of an individual act, the moral character of an act may be affected by attendant circumstances. That an act, good it itself, may be evil when accompanied with a certain circumstances. For instance, it is good to give drink to the thirsty, but if the thirsty man is morality weak and the drink is intoxicating, the act may be evil. So under the head of circumstances, certain effects of act may be included.